Hello and welcome back to the episode on school. So, previously we talked about expectations and exam pressures, and I think we centered more around our parents' expectations. But question to the floor, what were your teachers' expectations?
Mine gravitated quite a bit. Some expected highly, some expected low. So I met some and then didn't meet some.
Okay, mate, well, that doesn't sound like it gravitated to anything.
Well, one of them predicted I was going to fail the subject, and I passed it. So,
What subject was that?
psychology.
Psychology or psychology?
We'll come back to that later.
If English wasn't one of the subjects.
Yeah, you're still struggling with that. What about my teachers' expectations? I think most of them expected I was quite a good boy in school. They expect me to do well. They wanted me to do well. Apart from my PE teachers, who didn't expect that I would do well at all. Had some sort of discrimination going on in my school in relation to that during PE, where I wasn't going to be picked for the cricket team because of the way I was, I guess, at the time. Well, I had this little bit of a limp in my leg, let's say, and my coach felt that was going to impair me and had some sort of physical disability, so I shouldn't be playing cricket.
Wow.
So it wasn't great, but obviously as a child you kind of just get on with that, so I never got on with him, as you can imagine. So but I proved him wrong and I managed to play and stuff, so I didn't really enjoy that as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, that's like such disheartening thing to hear about, because I've seen you play, mate, and there's no disability. Even though no one said I've got a limp, but mate, I look disabled compared to you.
Okay.
Well, I meant it figuratively. You don't mean like physically.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Don't want to mock the.
No,
those
it's
with
not. He
extra.
doesn't have any ailments. I have no ailments, but yeah, that's what the teacher kind of thought. So his expectation of me was very, 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 very minimal. Whereas in comparison to all my other teachers and all my other subjects, the teachers thought that I would do well and do well in life anyway.
I think for me, I think because I was pretty, I don't know, I would say I was a bit more on the quiet side, but I was always get caught in like laughing fits because my friends are making me laugh. So then I get the blame for it, or I get picked on because of my friends are making me laugh in class.
By association.
By association, yeah, exactly. So, I think my teachers probably picked up on that, saying, okay, yeah, he like loses concentration in classes or something like that. But I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just laughing and reacting to others. So I guess like my teachers' expectations probably wasn't as high. But yeah, I don't think I had to work for them. I sort of just did it for myself.
I mean, I think there was more of a surprise in A levels with certain subjects for me. So the expectation for maths was high, because I performed well my homeworks and courseworks. But when it came to the exams, I just felt I just wasn't matching their expectations. I was underachieving. Though one year in my English Lang and Lit, like there was no expectations whatsoever. Like everyone in class was so passionate about the subjects and whatnot. And then when it came to the exam, I just had a blank. I just went blank, and I don't know, something just came. When I saw the question, I go, okay, I'll answer the question, but I'll do it thinking of the most well-spoken person. So I was thinking of Stephen Fry or David Attenborough, those type of role models in terms of how to answer a question, using deep, insightful, and trying to expand my vernacular as where I can appropriately, and I ended up getting nearly 100% on that exam. And the teacher was just like, what?
Yeah, they were.
Where did that come from? Even the people in my class looked at me dumbfounded, like, what did you do? Because I kept quiet. I never got involved in any of the discussions. And yeah, there was a shock. I mean, it's a shame I didn't follow through with that subject further on. I just took it as something I just added. But yeah, I should have probably focused more. I would have got 4 marks, I guess, and carried it on. But yeah, focused on maths. And as I mentioned in the previous episode, that I didn't follow any passions or anything that I was good on. I was just following on what I should be doing rather than what I should have gone to.
Yeah, which would have been English, and he would have been an amazing journalist of some kind.
Or who knows, news reporter.
I mean, after that, was your English teacher your favourite teacher?
I'm not sure. I mean, they were nicer to me, I guess. I mean, the STEM teachers, they got some characters, but I don't think they were the most sociable of people, I must say. Ooh, bit of an F on there. Yeah, I mean, I never got... I think because I was quiet and everyone took over those lessons, sometimes you get the odd naughty people who get up to mischief, especially in the science classes when they're messing around with Bunsen burners and what have you. So I guess I was hidden, but it wasn't like the teachers there. I think they had so much going on. There was so many kids to manage in one class, and then say you get one or two that just disrupt the whole lesson. So I guess I was hidden amongst that crowd, and there wasn't much focus.
So he didn't have a favourite teacher by the sounds of things, then, did he really?
No, well, probably because I didn't speak to them much.
Yeah, that's why he's quiet.
One thing I wanted to mention, I guess, I would say it's kind of like a memory in English and Lit, and
English and Lit?
English lesson. I think this was in year 10 or year 11 GCSE time, and they just said, Vince, you read this poem, you got to read it in a Scottish accent as well. Imagine Asian guys speaking in Scottish accent.
So
You want to try some?
No.
I mean, I don't
Yeah,
think that's
give me a-
beyond imagination. I think you get quite a few
I
people
think
from
everyone
Scotland
in
with an
that
Asian
classroom
background.
had a good laughing fit there.
Maybe you should give us a bit of a rendition of that.
Yeah, come on, let's hear it.
This is the BBC Radio News channel.
That sounds like a Scottish Asian guy.
I couldn't even read past that first sentence. I was just like, no, this can't be it. This can't be it.
What was the sentence? Say that again.
This
Reload.
is the BBC Radio News. You can give us your false views if that was anywhere near or not.
I think I was pretty good.
Yeah, you got the ending twang a bit, perhaps.
We'll have
but-
to ask the Scottish folk on
I
that.
mean, that's the most clearest I've heard you, Vince, to be honest.
Maybe that's your new accent that you need to pick up.
This
I
was
don't
about a decade ago. I might have just improved on it since. And another memory, this is in maths. I just remember most of my time in maths lessons. I just get the work done. And there's still like half an hour left for the lesson. I'm just napping at the back. I was catching up sleep.
Wow.
Why were you tired?
I was generally tired. Just whatever. I just tend to sleep late.
He's
But
always
then
tired.
the teacher is not. She couldn't really handle the classroom, so I just I'm just gonna get work done, and whatever she's whining about, I'm just gonna sleep it
Wow.
off.
Wow.
Whatever my teacher's whining about, I'm just going to go to sleep. Wow.
The classroom never took us seriously. They were just like, she just keeps screaming, but no one really is just.
I think I know which teacher you're on about, Vince. I feel sorry for her sometimes, because she's always, because I had her like a few years before you, and then I could tell she was on the brink of a nervous breakdown.
That's because of Vince.
Nah, I was the quiet one.
Yeah, of
Snoring.
There you go. So
Maybe.
how are you quiet then?
Funny enough, I ended up getting. I went up to the next set after like.
Yeah, she
Month
went to
or
get
so.
rid. She went to get rid of you.
So
you went set down or up?
Up.
yeah, do you want to explain to the listeners about sets?
Oh yes. So, obviously, in terms of like classifying which set you are, if you're on the top half, you'll be set 1, set 2 or 3. Then below you probably like 5, 6, 6.
I'm sure people will know exactly what that is. Just different classes based on your abilities, basically.
Intellectual
Yeah,
ability.
so it's like a
maths.
ranking, first, second, third.
But I'm sure our listeners know that. They probably
Hmm.
experienced that themselves.
Last from me.
That's
like
it. You're not
to-
going to talk after that. That's it.
No, well, on one of my memories, in lessons, I always had food in my pockets, and I eat along when I'm in the teaching.
Polo man.
Snacking.
Polo man.
Polo, cookies, donuts, sandwiches.
Wow.
It's
I
like
remember-
As in,
shop-
like you sneakily eating during class, or the teacher knows you're eating and lets
It's
you.
in my pocket, blazer pockets. Just taken out, boom, in my mouth, eating.
You
Oh
never-
wow,
you
use
never
your-
got caught or
you
anything?
use your left hands there, Vince.
No.
Oh.
I left and I put it into my right.
So you never got caught or anything.
Might have been a couple of times, but most of the time I didn't.
Wow.
So you didn't have a favourite teacher either?
I did have favourite teachers, they were nice.
Because that's how the conversation started, and like, you're telling me about your memory.
Enough for might bring some good laughs. Still
At their
not
expense?
So, any favourite teachers from you?
Favorite teachers.
Yeah.
I would say the other maths teacher when I moved up a set.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he's like, I believe, like, he thought I would get the top marks in the lesson.
Did he?
Yeah, he thought I could get the A.
Why did he think that?
Because I was doing the job, innit?
I thought you were sleeping.
That's after I moved up the set.
Oh, well,
Okay,
they
so
touched on
maths.
food there. I mean, one thing I remember from school is lunches. I mean, did you guys have a favourite lunch back in the days?
To be honest, in school at lunchtime is all about playing football. There was no. Actually, to be honest, I think I even skipped lunch and probably didn't even eat lunch up because our school was so close to home. As soon as school finished, I used to eat, and then weirdly, like I don't know, took naps after school, and then woke up and then ate dinner, and then that's it. So it was really weird. But yeah, no, I didn't tend to have lunch. Just played football. I think most of our friendship group did.
Yes.
And then we had the Tesco's nearby our house. Big
Yeah.
Tesco store.
I mean, I remember the vegetarian options at the canteen, and then there was the corn burger. They looked very close to an actual burger.
Yeah, that was actually quite good.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually kind of enjoyed it. It tastes a little bit like the muck plant that you get, even though some people might be not interested in McDonald's and whatever, but there are other kind of places you can eat, but it tastes similarly to the muck plant.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was based off like pea protein anyway.
Yeah, I think because it was so long
Was it
ago.
corn as well in it?
Yeah, those vegetarian, the corn. As I saw, yeah, I remember looking forward to those at lunch, and then when it got to like sixth form, we can go out and get our own lunch, and
Yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
oh god, I have one particular memory. This was during the coursework times, and back then, we had our friends. If one of us was doing coursework and we'd go out for lunch, they'll do us a favour. We'll go over, we'll get some lunch, bring it back, and guys can eat and do their work. So normally between me and Jazzy, we would just discuss amongst ourselves who needs to go where, and it happened to be on that day that Jazzy also had a lot of work on as well as me, and so I asked another friend, can you get me lunch? I'll give you the money, can you just get me lunch? He goes, sure, what do you want? And I said, okay, get me like a sandwich, give me like some crisps, a drink, and for something sweet, just surprise me, just so you thought, just get him
Like a meal deal or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought, just whatever's sweet, I would imagine he'll get me something decent, right? So that was the expectations. But I think he forgotten the first few things I said and focused on the last thing. Surprised me. So, I was working, I was really hungry, had a headache. It was a hot day as well in the common room. It was so, I was looking forward to basically eating something, right? So, he comes back, Tesco's carrier bag in hand. I'm looking for it, get it. I'm looking forward to it, getting my head in, open it, look in, and I was in complete shock in terms of what I got. So I don't know why. I'm not sure how to react. I think I just put my hand right into the bag, yanked out the first thing, and it was a coconut, an actual pure coconut.
God.
And then people around me saw that. One of them just burst out with laughter because they looked at my reaction. My eyes were nearly popping out in utter disbelief. So I put that to the side. Then I put my hand in again, and I pulled it out again, and it was a long carrot.
Oh
Sounds like a show
my.
and tell here.
And there was only two things in that bag. There was no peelers. There was no skewers. So I said to my friend, how do you expect me to eat this? He goes, I don't know. What do you reckon? I go, I mean, I can get this coconut and smash it over your head. For one. Just because I was really hungry that day and I was cranky. I was like, mate, what is going on? He goes, you said surprise me. I go, did you not remember the first few things I said?
Yeah. Okay.
So luckily I had some extra change. I actually wanted a proper meal, but I ended up going to the vending machine and just getting some chocolates and fizzy drinks. So yeah, it wasn't a good day. I still remember that. I mean, I still wasn't happy.
Still hold a grudge?
I mean, I've got no past it now. I mean, it's a memory now, but yeah, it was just that day particular because it was so hot.
Yeah,
Summer.
unforgettable.
And we were wearing those uniforms, mate. We had to wear those blazers, ties, trousers. So you can imagine it's so hot, and it's black,
Yeah,
all black, so absorbing all the heat.
it's a hot day as well.
Yeah.
hot day as well. Yeah, for me, favorite lunches, anything. I think had like the 20p, 30b cheesy bread
Oh yes.
that you like a cheesy baguette you would get, which was fantastic, and
Oh.
also like you had the cheese and onion pasties, the cold cheese and onion pasties,
Nice.
which were again were like 30p at that time,
It's
which
dirt
was
cheap back
yeah,
then, man.
dirt cheap. So that was like standard school lunch.
Yeah,
to be
I
honest.
remember some people used to cave out the baguettes and just launch it at things.
That's right. Yeah, that was some weird people. I wasn't one of them, of course. Obviously, I was a good boy. I wasn't even allowed to go out to get my lunch until I was in sixth form, until I was doing my A levels. Otherwise, it would be packed lunches. I was taking packed lunches until I was 17 or 18, whatever.
Any desi flavors?
No, I never took desi food with me, but to school. But yeah, I guess I don't know if any of you guys had desi lunches. But
Me, my mum, a few times when like earlier on, like primary school and stuff, she used to get a paratha and get an omelette and just roll it up and cut
Okay.
it in pieces.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
Just eat that.
yeah, that could still work today.
Yeah, but I think if anyone brought that into school back then, I think it would have been a nightmare.
Yeah,
for
I think
them.
if they brought it to your school, yeah, it would have been.
a
And in
nightmare.
your
I mean,
year,
if it was
in
more-
your year,
If it had more curry in it, I
Yeah.
guess it'd be.
Yeah.
if it was
Yeah.
definitely in Sonny's year and in Sonny's school, mate.
But I think we were preoccupied, like I said, like we're just playing football
Yeah.
and
No time for
yeah, just didn't even think about it. I think football was probably the most fun part
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
of the day for us. Like
Yeah.
even break time, even if it was 10, 15 minutes,
yeah,
we'll use the opportunity to play. Like you remember the school shoes? Everyone's got
Yeah,
those
yeah.
school shoes. Like
Flip
those are
flops.
like amazing. Everyone's wearing them.
that's correct.
All the the toes section of it is completely gone. Yeah, so good, so good.
Cool. I mean, yeah. So yeah, teachers' lunch. I mean, the most enjoyable parts were probably like the school trips or something. Like you can go out with your mates,
Yeah.
just spend time with your mates away from home, and
That's true, especially if you were allowed to go on school trips as well. If your parents were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to send you," and sometimes parents were like, "That's a Fazul trip." Fazul meaning, "Oh, what's the point in doing that?" Like, yeah, you don't need to focus on your studies.
or yeah, you just try and get the permission slips and just forge their signatures or something.
Oh, did you do that?
No, I knew people who did it, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
all right.
My mum and dad were okay actually. Or if my dad goes, "Oh, just get someone to do it," and then it would end up being my sister forging his signature.
forging the signature. Yeah,
But I don't encourage listeners to do that.
yeah. Don't do that. I guess everything's now digitalized now. Anyway,
Yeah.
you can't do anything without doing it online.
Got to fill in those Gmail forms.
That's
Google
right. Yeah.
Forms.
Not like.
What
it
was
before.
your favourite school trip then?
Oh, my favorite trip was going to Berlin. Like when I was in GCSE year 10, I think it was.
Yes.
Year 10. It was like the most amazing trip. Went to Berlin. Obviously, you got to see the Berlin Wall, etc. It was a history trip and a German trip. And obviously, I know. Just kind of going back before I explain about the Berlin trip, like my history teacher was one of my favorite teachers because he was so funny. He was a Geordie Manchester from Newcastle, and he was just a comedian in himself. And history lessons were always fun and jokey, and that was part of the reason why I wanted to go on this trip because he would be on the trip as well. So it'd be kind of a good laugh as well. So yeah, we were going to Berlin, the whole history classes and the German classes. It was an expensive trip. We were flying to Germany, so we needed obviously passports, etc., etc. So I was super excited. I really convinced my parents to let me go. My parents were a little bit apprehensive about sending me because it was a different country, and at that time I didn't have a mobile phone. I wasn't allowed to have a mobile phone, so it was like how were they going to keep in touch with me? So I had to take my phone from my dad to go to that trip. So yeah, really excited, and it got to the night before. I'm just packing up my bags and everything, and then I receive a phone call, and at that time it was on the landline. We didn't have many mobiles at that time. It was on the landline. I get a phone call. Lo and behold, it's Christian on the phone on the other side, and I'm like, "Hey man, like you must be really excited. We're going tomorrow. It's gonna be a fantastic trip." And he's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be really really good, but I've done something really really silly. I've done something really really stupid." I was like, "Oh, what's happened? Tell me." Like, I got really concerned at that time. Like, what's happened? Like, we're
Like
going
your friend
tomorrow.
and
It's my friend. He's calling me, and I think it was about 10 o'clock at night. So it was really late. Like, we're going in the morning. I think we're going really early morning as well, like 5 o'clock or something. We had to be at the school. And he goes, "You know what? I've done something really, really stupid. I've just checked my passport, and it's expired."
Yeah. So to give
Wow.
context behind this, so like weeks before the trip, right? I told him, look, you have my passport. Is it all good? He goes, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. It's all ready for you, son. When you need it, let me know.
It's
So,
printed.
Okay, that's fine. I'll plan the trip, get my luggage all sorted. So when it came to get my passport, right, this was the evening. I went out, I checked it, I was like, oh, the date, mum. You not tell me that we need to renew it. She goes, oh, sorry, son. Didn't realise you need. And then
You needed a valid one.
yeah, needed one that was still active. And so I thought, okay, this is just got back from school. I thought, it's parents' evening. I'll go back. So I went to my head of year, who was organising the trip. I told him the situation, and he gave that look like, "What? Are you kidding me?"
It was WTF. There was WTF.
That was a WTF moment.
Yeah, in exclamation marks.
Luckily, my sister, bless her, she was determined that I'd get to go on the school
Yeah.
trip with everyone. So we tried to find like the nearest airport that can give us an emergency passport. So had to run back
The embassy.
the MCA. So we had to run back and forth, trying to get our other teachers like references and all the forms filled in, and then taking a passport picture. I didn't have a good look that day. That passport, I was like had a really like anxious look. Yeah, I was a teenager as well. So then luckily got that ready. Drove to Stansted Airport. Luckily got to sat at the front of the plane. Got sat with
He got escorted basically
yeah.
to Berlin by
Because he
the
was
air
under
host,
18.
Because he was under 18,
Yeah.
and so he could get picked up. And obviously, from his perspective, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to go Berlin. I'm getting escorted, wherever." On the other side of the coin, as it were, where I was worried like, "Crap, who am I gonna stay? Who's gonna stay in my dorm? Who am I gonna be sleeping? I don't want to sleep with these other guys. I want to share a room with Christian." So it was kind of like I was worried from that, and then I ended up staying up, with a few of the other friends that I had there. But it was like that excitement kind of got zipped up pretty much from that first go because of that. But then as the trip kind of went on, finally Christian arrived and it was fine. And then unfortunately he had to stay with the people they had to stay with.
I mean, even the ride from the airport to the hotel, man, because there was a dodgy taxi driver, right? And then he was driving really fast and he was looking at me saying something in German like, "Oh, you." I think he was trying to say, "Are you excited?" And then he's like driving fast and he was listening to some Ja Rule hip hop music in the back of the radio.
Oh, wow.
I think the song was like, "Clap back, we're going clap back," and then he just drove one-handed
I love
along.
that you remember that.
It's so vivid because of his face. He's like looking back and hey, he's going for a ride and zoom. I was like, no.
So did you have to pay for a separate ticket again, or did they just rearrange your flight?
Oof.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I don't know what they do.
No, I think my sister just handled it in the end. I should have asked, but I think it was okay. And yeah, it didn't seem like there was that much drama with the
Yeah.
ticket.
So did you get there a day later?
Oh no, I
or
got there
two-
at midnight.
Yeah, he got there at midnight
the
on the
same
same
day.
day.
Same
Yeah.
day,
okay,
so
right.
yeah, at night.
Yeah,
Got
so-
to my room and
Yeah.
that was fun. Like the guys pulled a prank on me there. It's like, "Oh, this bathroom's so amazing. You just need to clap and the lights will go on and off." And then I went in and go, "Really?" And I clapped and then they were putting the lights outside, switching it on and off. So then what happened was, okay, I got up in the middle of the night. I go, okay,
Started clapping.
let me go to the toilet. Started clapping
man.
so hard. I was like, okay.
Oh,
And then I realised, you know what? Did you guys just pull a prank? So I was just looking around, feeling
Yeah.
of that door, and I found the light switch.
there was so much that happened on that trip. Really, like we could go into so many different like shenanigans that took place. Something similar to me happened with the bathroom as well. Like I was sharing a dorm with 5 other boys. And they were like, "Look, the bathroom door doesn't close properly, so don't go in and lock it. Just like sing a song when you're in there or something, so that we know that you're in there, so that we don't like disturb you, etc." So me being a bit naive, I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'll manage it. I'll close the door because I didn't want them to kind of see me. I was having a shower." And actually, I went in. I got myself locked into the bathroom as soon as I arrived. Pretty much, I was like, "Oh my god, I can't get out! Can't get out!" And my roommates, they were just laughing so much. They actually got the half of the school to come into our room to see how I was locked, and I was naked in there. I was having a shower. So I was like, "Oh my god, what a start to this!" Is all in day one. So you got day one. You got Christian missing the flight. And then having his bathroom stuff. Then you got me doing that in the bathroom. Then the trip just kind of got like it just kind of kicked off. It was just great fun and great vibes. Then we went to some restaurant somewhere, and we were eating this like hot potato soup.
Yeah.
And I don't like that kind of stuff anyway, right? So it was. I didn't realize it was so hot. I put it in my mouth, the hot potato. It was so hot. I spat it out and it landed in my friend's drink. It was absolutely awful. So he was like, mate, what are you doing? I was like, mate, it was just so hot. I just couldn't put it in my mouth, so I just spat it out. Why did you spit in my drink?
You came up with a deadly one-liner though on that around that same potato
soup. Yeah, that was true. Yeah, you share it.
Yeah, so one of our other friends, right? He saw like one of the schoolmates. He just didn't like the look of it, and he got a bit patronising. Just got a spoon. He goes, "Here comes the choo-choo train." And because we were learning World War II history, Jazzy went, "Here comes the Luftwaffe." I was like, "Where did that come from?" And he said it's so.
Yeah, it was because we were learning about it, so it was like the first thing that kind of came into my mind at that time. And then, as I said, there's so many shenanigans, but I'll finish on one more because I know we've probably got loads of other things to kind of talk about. Was we were playing we were playing netball on the trip.
Was it not volleyball?
Volleyball. Oh yeah, there you go.
I was there.
The person who involved, we were playing volleyball, and even though like Chris and I have been friends for a long time, we don't normally see ourselves without our clothes and things.
Yeah, so we were topless. No, we were going one place. Yes.
So it's the first time. Well, not first time. Maybe like one of the first few times I had seen Christian without his top on.
Because it was a leisure centre, right? And it had a swimming facility and then a volleyball facility.
I can't finish this.
And so so puberty really did damage to me, mate. I must say.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just say if I was to lie naked, flat on the floor, you think I was a carpet rug, mate. So that's basically what Jazzy's trying to do.
Okay.
That was really bad.
Wow.
Right? And then obviously we're playing volleyball, and we're playing mixed volleyball. So we've got girls on our team, girls against us, etc.
Well,
and a Christian that tries to go for the volleyball as it's coming over the net. This girl goes for the same ball at the same time, and her face lands directly on his chest, and the sweat.
You think it's funny, yeah? She left a teeth mark on my nipple.
It was absolutely like, you know when you see like films like that slow motion of like just clashing into it. That's exactly what it was. It was absolutely. I could not stop laughing. It was, and I had front row seats to see it.
You're on the other team side.
I was on the opposite side.
Thing is, though, I'm taller than her. I would have reached for it, but she just tried to jump up to my chest.
I must put that in. She was really sporty. She was into her sport, so she was really competitive, and so she wanted to get that ball as well. But she ended up nearing his chest instead.
Yeah, I think she's trying to say an excuse. Oh, he shouldn't have been there. But anyway,
that was a funny story.
I mean, there was another memory where a drunk German guy was racially abusing me because I found out that one of the German students that was with us in the trip, she was saying, "Oh God, that's so bad what he said," and he was saying that people like you shouldn't exist. And I was like, "Thanks for telling me this." I mean, I tried to ignore it, and the teacher's like, "Don't worry, Christian, you don't need to start anything. He's just drunk." And I was like, I wasn't going to do anything, but
you brought the mood down, didn't you, with that story?
Yeah, well, bring it down.
Yeah, I lifted the mood up, and oh yeah, here you go. Here's my racism.
Me too.
I mean, another memorable trip is our university trip to Exeter.
Oh yeah, that was fun. What do you remember of that? What was so good for you on that trip?
Oh, I guess it was a good insight into uni life, I guess. And then we just had our own dorms, like our own separate dorms. We're not sharing it with anyone.
Yeah.
And then it's had I wouldn't say fun, but just annoying some couple of school colleagues as well. And then
it was just a good time away, basically, just to experience, I think, as a whole sixth form, basically, which was quite good.
Yeah, and obviously it's like experiencing uni.
Correct.
And you I think it's the excitement of going out and being like, oh yeah, I'm a uni student.
Yes.
It is a good vibe, but it's all about, I guess, I think, Jazzy, you got something prepared, which I'm really excited for.
I do, yeah. I'll prepare that after, if you've got any things that you want to add about
those school trips.
I mean, similar to you guys, obviously I went to Berlin as well, but obviously with a different year group. But probably different. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to probably explain
what it is.
those sort of things, but that's what I sort of want to move it on to. How to get to uni and one of the facets to get to uni.
No, I think with my school trips, the most exciting one was just the theme park, and that's it.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you had a great school life there going on that trip.
I mean, when we went to Berlin, right, was there some construction that happened?
Yeah, they made the Olympiastadion, didn't they? The Berlin football stadium.
Yeah, so I think we went there when it was being
We
made.
did, yeah. Somebody broke chairs, and some people got stuck in lifts with beautiful girls, and all sorts happened.
Oh, and then the theatre. There was just the theatre was interesting.
Oh yeah,
as
the
well.
theatre was interesting. So again, as I said, we can go through the whole trip really in terms of what happened because it was absolutely hectic.
Yeah, I think we're looking forward to this part of the segment, boys. This is the most fun.
I'm not.
Yeah, well, I guess the listeners will find out why soon enough. So, as I said, that we would come back to talking a little bit about psychology and A levels and university and things like that. And Sunny's also mentioned university and that experience of going to uni. One of us decided not to go to uni, and they decided to take a year away from it. Maybe that person would like to nominate themselves and talk a little bit about what encouraged them to take that year out and in comparison to going to uni, and then I'll go through with what I've prepared.
I'd rather let you do it.
All right. Okay, he's not comfortable in doing that, but he's not going to be comfortable hearing this either.
It's got to face the music.
So yeah, so basically, Vinzi created, as you probably aware, we have to create a personal statement to go to uni. So Vinci created his personal statement, and just as he kind of thought, you know what, I'll send it to Jazzy. He seems like an intelligent, sensible guy. Maybe he can proofread it and give me some advice on what I can do for my personal statement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you out his personal statement that he wrote. It's going to be very difficult for me to try and do that, but I'll try my best. Not because I can't read, but because you will see. Anyway, so here it begins. So here goes Vinci. After the completion of my A-levels, I decided to take a year out to explore myself as a person, choose the path for my future, and to gain more work experience. After much consideration, this has led me to pursue my dream of going to university to study for psychology and criminology. So not a bad opening statement.
This is a dream.
It's a dream. It's a dream, so please respect that.
And then yes, in context, guys, this is about Vince. So
Just target him. So then, moving on. Fondness, ambitious, determined are some of the attributes I'm sorry that describe my passion for psychology. I found that the study of how the human mind functions and reacts to different circumstances to be quite intriguing. Psychology first came to me when my brother described how he enjoyed his time in studying for it. He highly recommended me. So I followed his advice and believed it was the right choice I've made.
God,
as when I first looked into the course specifications, I was extremely appealed with the topics that I had seen. This has helped me to make up my mind and choosing psychology as an A-level. During my studies, I had enjoyed all the topics we had learnt about. A couple of the topics from the whole psychology course that I found the most interesting are memory and aggression. In memory, I liked how the cognitive interview technique was used to validate an eyewitness statement and to ensure their recall of events was not faulty. With aggression, I was fond on Bandura's study of the Bobo doll because it showed that by replicating a person's action, it could lead to a violence amongst young children, and so this could become a possible intervention by ensuring society not to carry out acts of violence amongst the presence of children.
wow. so philosophical there, mate.
Also, another aspect of this topic that I learned and I feel is useful for me in doing the course in university is the concept of de-individualization, as private self-awareness is an important issue in attempting to reduce the amount of aggression shown in large groups. This issue was even highlighted in a program with Darren Brown called The Game Show.
Nice.
The combination of my studies with psychology has really helped me develop further in psychology and possibly apply it later on during my time in university. They are mathematics, applied IT, applied business and history. The relation with maths is quite an obvious one with the link to the research methods, as it had allowed me to recycle the knowledge I had with maths to apply into psychology. Applied IT is another that I believe will serve me well later on in university, because by learning how modern technology works, it will allow me to be able to apply into my course with psychology. In history, the skills that were useful to me in studying psychology were analytical, evaluation and essays. I also developed my structuring in answering essay questions. And then,
It's worked well on his personal statement, isn't it?
yeah, my God.
Structuring's really well.
My enthusiasm for psychology is driven by my motivation of the condition of my brother. He has Down syndrome, and I am there to help take care of him alongside my family. He's an inspiration to me because it is an unfortunate situation for him, and so it feels to me that I am very lucky. So I have dedicated my life to help him and ensure that my life is not wasted.
Wow.
My enthusiasm also stems from my parents' other country, Pakistan.
Wow. the way he phrased it was like some Rocky series or something, man.
Yeah, I come from a family who earn enough to feed ourselves, but when I see people who are worse off than us, it brings a tear to my eye. So I use this as motivation because I want to be able to help them so they can get out of poverty. But because of the current state of the country, corruption in the state is...
No, look, guys, we're not laughing at the context. We're laughing at the person who wrote this.
Mate, this is a personal statement to university readers, okay? For him to get in, just to remind the listeners what it is.
We're not saying these things aren't bad. We're not laughing at those circumstances. It's just the fact that we know this guy, and what he's just saying is absolute drivel so far. So let's carry on, Jazzy.
Sadly, at a high end, and so I feel that by taking a course like criminology with psychology will help me to an extent of getting rid of this disease and make my country pure again like it used to be in the past.
Wow. Make MAGA.
So there we go. And then we continue on to, I recently went to Pakistan for a brief period, but I learnt more about the culture and I feel even more determined to achieve this goal than I have ever had before. Also, when I was there, I was reflecting on the issue of the beggars. And
The beggars. Wow. The beggars.
And it got me wondering, was begging a result of basic instinct to survive? It also led me to...
Wow, so insightful.
It also led me to another question. Were children doing this to also survive?
Just hearing fuck on
Oh.
Or was it to get their parents' attention and love? And so they tried to make more money to appease them, or maybe even then drive of getting money to be able to use it to help them. I feel that these questions should be resolved. And so by taking this course...
This went so far off tangent.
I'm taking this course, I can do it.
So by taking it, I feel it will make a more enhanced... I feel it will make me more enhanced to eventually solve this. I am also looking forward to do some voluntary work with some local charities, hopefully by early February, so that I can get a basis of how charities can help people who are less fortunate. I help my community where I can. Not I feel my community. For example, I have contributed to various fundraisers, which I feel that I'm contributing to a good cause. These include helping the local Muslim community to raise funds for the extension of mosques, playing in football matches to raise funds for the floods of Pakistan, took part in school charity, handing out ribbons in exchange for donations. I plan to be involved in the Gaza project, which will be held in the local mosques.
Cap.
There we go. and this is interesting. Then it goes on to my area of key strengths is my organisational skills.
Oh God!
My punctuality to deadline.
Oh no! Hell no!
Being a team player and the ability to work under pressure. I feel these strengths. Yeah, he clearly lied.
So laughable.
He clearly lied on some of this stuff. I will admit to a weakness though.
Oh, would you? Oh, this guy's got a kryptonite. Let's hear this.
It is, and the surprise is my communication skills. It is okay. but I feel like taking a gap year will hopefully improve it.
Okay.
Yeah, by working as a sales assistant, I can become more social and interact more with the staff and the customers.
Fair enough.
In my spare time, I like to take part in many sports because of the sheer joy of being involved in the activities. Cinema, working out at the local gym. Don't know what sentence that was, but that's how it was written. I sometimes analyse watching many sports such as cricket and football. I feel that by watching them perform at such a high stage, it will be interesting to see how they cope at playing at such a high level where expectations and pressure come into play, especially in football. Because of expectations from the clubs is expected to be at a high and must reach their goals that they hand out to certain players. Also in cricket, I find it fascinating in watching the player's mentality in Test cricket because he has to play for 5 continuous days.
Who's he? Who's he?
Don't know, with the cricketers, I guess. And they have to ensure they maintain their energy levels throughout the whole test and series. For example, a batsman has to play a long innings to ensure the team stay out for as long as possible while also scoring runs at a steady pace. I believe with a psychology qualification, I can apply my knowledge that I've learned to make a difference in society.
What about criminology?
The course, I feel, will help broaden my knowledge, develop my personal skills further, and my passion for psychology. I also chose these universities because I feel they can help me fulfill my potential and make me even better as a person. Thank you very much.
Mashallah, mashallah, subhanallah.
Wow, fantastic.
Wow.
That is the personal statement of Vince.
So I
How
say,
do you reflect on that after listening back to it?
Oh, definitely a lot of waffle in there.
Did you achieve any of those dreams?
No.
did you even have those dreams?
Slightly.
No.
Did you actually want to do the course?
Yeah, it's kind of not with the grades I had. Well, grades are okay. I mean, I didn't really know what I wanted. I just saw this. It seemed like an easy way to get in, because I did end up getting offers.
Yeah, I think like for university readers, like this is probably like comedy gold.
Yeah,
Like if
this
you,
was.
did you actually send this out? Sorry,
Well, yeah, I did.
you did.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, but he didn't send out this version. He edited this version.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is the
because-
first
Yeah,
edition.
Jazzy
That was-
wouldn't do him dirty
Yeah,
like that.
we edited it, we changed it, we worked on it. Obviously, I didn't read out the kind of newer versions of it all, but that was the first original that Vinzi wrote himself with no help, no support, and that's what kind of came out. So, so hopefully you enjoyed that
Yeah,
as much
thanks
as I
for that,
enjoyed
Lindsay. We
reading
appreciate
that,
you.
and thank you so much for providing so much pleasure that we've had for many years. And every time we read it, we have the same reaction.
I think we can talk about university in another episode. I think, guys, that's a completely separate topic. I mean, I'd love to reminisce about our earlier days. And yeah, I mean, hopefully listeners enjoyed it just as much as we have sharing. And hopefully, yeah, if there's a popular demand, we will talk about the university aspect. So, yeah, hopefully you can find us on all the social platforms, the Facebook, the Instagram, the YouTube, Patreon. What am I missing? Spotify?
And
Yeah.
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh, yes, we need the TikTokers. And yeah, that's all from us. That is Mates and Moments podcast. Christian signing off, and
Vinzi's signing off as well.
Yes. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for listening.
See you all. Thank you, everyone.